Well, spring has officially sprung, and if you're ready to get your hands dirty in the best way possible, we have got the perfect plans for your weekend. Dell Botanical Gardens in Crestwood has not one, but two amazing events happening on the same day this weekend. Here with all the details is Executive Director Paul Cappiello. Thanks for joining us.
Morning.
This is like the perfect way to kind of kick off our kind of derby celebrations because everyone wants to get their plants done for their big derby parties coming up next weekend.
It's the time of year. It's the season.
I know. We got some rain in the forecast, but that's only going to make the flowers and all the plants greener, right?
Gardeners don't worry about rain.
No, they don't.
We love rain.
It actually makes the soil a lot better to actually plant
We
all your
actually need it.
Yeah.
I hate to say it, but we could use some.
I know it. So when is this big plant sale and what can people kind of expect and kind of shop around for?
Well, we open up on Friday. For years, we have sort of camped out on the weekend before Derby. The first week of May is you have to hold off to plant your tomatoes,
Right.
your annuals. So it's really the perfect timing to get things ready. So we open up on Friday evening at 4 with the plant sale. It goes Friday evening and then Saturday during the day. But it also happens to coincide this year with our fabulous Friday, last Friday of the month, happy hour,
Right.
which is an admission-free event. And this year, because we had nothing else going on the Friday before Derby week, we decided to add a farmer's market to the happy hours as well. So plant sale, farmer's market, happy hour.
Oh my goodness.
No admission. I mean, be a hero, take the whole family, bring all the neighbors. And it'll be a great event.
It's going to be so much fun. I've been out there several times since working on Great Day Live. It is so beautiful out there, but I have never actually been out there in the springtime. So is everything kind of in bloom now out there?
It's been an amazing spring. It just exploded. We had 6 or 7 weeks of the big bloom, which was 30,000 bulbs in flower all over the grounds.
Wow.
But things are just blooming. Every day something new is coming into flower.
You mentioned this farmer's market, and I love a weekend farmer's market. So what are some of the vendors that are going to be there?
We've got all kinds of, mostly sort of produce vendors. Rootbound Farm will be there. We've got a lot of other folks who are crafting things out of locally produced items. So it's a great way to just come out and just have access to local growers, local producers, of all kinds of things.
Whenever you get something from a local farmer's market, it just tastes that much better. Don't you agree?
Yeah, fresh is just fresh. I mean, that's what it's all about this time of year. And we live in a great part of the country where you can grow a tremendous variety of things.
The plant sale, do you plant a lot of those on the grounds there, or do you kind of source them out too?
Everything we sell, everything we plant on the grounds, everything we use for our research projects, we grow on site.
Amazing.
Jeff Margreiter, who's our nursery manager, and his team, do a spectacular job. So when you come out to the grounds and you see all that color, it all comes from our own nurseries. So we don't have to ship them in, low carbon footprint to the production, and there's hundreds of varieties. It doesn't matter if you're shade, sun, perennials, annuals, vegetables. We do heirloom tomatoes, about 40 different varieties, heirloom peppers, hot peppers, sweet peppers. You want to make dip with hot peppers?
There you go.
Go to town. But they've got a tremendous variety of plants, and you can just come out and see them all. Of course, you can order online, which is great, and go ahead and order online. But to see them in person, and then we have our whole staff out there as well, all of our garden staff. So if you have absolutely no clue, and you
which would probably be myself. Like I want a green thumb so bad. I have more of like a yellow thumb. Like I keep things alive for so long.
That's okay. I always say the difference between an experienced and a beginning gardener. Experienced gardeners have just killed more plants.
There you go.
So you'd be in good company. But our staff are so knowledgeable, and everybody on the staff has a different focus, a different group of plants that they really specialize in. So if you have questions, come out. That's what it's for, is to help people figure out how to get more out of their gardens. And you don't want to have a derby party with an empty pot sitting on your terrace. So this is the time to do it.
This is the time to do it. So again, this is completely free to attend. So what are all the details so people can come out this weekend?
Well, come out on Friday. So it starts from Friday at 4 o'clock. So you can come out, you can shop the plants, you can have a cocktail, some food. We've got a couple of food trucks coming out, and just enjoy the evening and the farmer's market. And then Saturday morning, starting at 10, opens up again, and we'll be there all day Friday as well. But we'll be all day Saturday, but Friday is the admission-free part. That's the happy hour part. There's admission on Saturday.
All right. Well, thank you so much for stopping by today, getting us all ready for Derby.
Well, bring your yellow thumb out
Yes.
and come see us.
Yes, we will. So if you're interested in learning more, there's so many events happening all throughout the spring over at Dell Botanical Gardens. Just head over to their website, udellgardens.com.